Not everyone surrounding the Duggar clan is spouting forgiveness towards Josh Duggar as those new allegations he was sleeping around on his pregnant wife. One member of Anna Duggar's family breaks her silence. Her brother, David Keller, on Facebook, calling his brother-in-law a pig, vowing to get rid of him and get him out of the fold, Nick. You know, this is the first time we've actually heard of somebody close to them coming out and saying, you know, this guy is a jerk. He's got to go. And it's awesome. You know, he's getting all these responses, and that might go viral.
I think we knew he was a jerk, right? Quite a long time ago. I think this just helped solidify that idea, but he's a jerk.
His jerkness has nothing to do with his affairs, is what
It goes before we knew about the affairs, but you know what? I also want to talk about this whole Ashley Madison thing, aside from Josh Duggar, because there are other people who are being affected by this in a really serious way. First off, I want to say that Avid Life Media, the ones that are behind Ashley Madison, they just put a reward out for $500,000 if anyone can provide any info on the Impact team, who they are, where they are.
They want their heads on a platter for doing this to people.
Of course, they ruined
really
the whole thing. So this is the second data dump, right, that we just saw most recently. Now, the police have come out now. Now the Toronto police are getting involved because apparently there's been a few suicides linked to the release of this list. So there's been at least 2 people who have killed themselves because they couldn't take it. They were ousted and all their info was out there, and it probably ruined their careers and family, who knows what else. But there are no details about those people specifically, who they are. But I want to just tell you that this is pretty serious. This goes beyond the whole Duggar thing. We had the police getting involved. The police in Toronto actually said that this was one of the biggest breaches of security in the world that we've seen as far as large data goes.
I mean, it's really sad. You know, people, you have a right to privacy in theory in this country, and you know, being violated like that is, some people would say you deserve it because you're violating someone else like that. But others, you know, I happen to think that this hacking was really, really disgusting for a lot of reasons. I want to point out the pastor of the Duggar's church actually talked about Ashley Madison in his sermon on Sunday, which is hilarious. He was giving everyone in his congregation a little lecture. He's saying we're in a sexual epidemic and it's unprecedented proportions in this country. Nothing is secret. And then he goes on to say that people should be having sex with their spouses so that they don't fall victim to the sexual revolution.
Well, I've always said from the beginning it's hard to sympathize with the people who are being put on this list because they are on these websites doing things behind their spouse's back. So I don't necessarily feel bad for them.
But the sexual revolution made this guy have an affair, do you think?
Well, he was a weirdo, right? Like we said in the beginning, he was a weirdo way before, before any sort of sexual revolution took place. I mean, it goes way back, but also another interesting thing is there's all sorts of scams, there's all sorts of spin-offs from this Ashley Madison data breach. There's people online trying to scam people saying, they're just sending them out. They don't even know if you're on there or not, but they'll send them out. They'll send you a message, for example, through Facebook or something.
We're gonna out you.
No, they say we can get your stuff off of this list if you give us this many amount of bitcoins.
No.
Yeah, I'm serious. And now the police are also coming out and saying, be wary of those.
Don't give up your bitcoins.
Yeah, keep those bitcoins. No, I'm serious. And so like, I'm just telling you, this is like a huge impact that's being made, ironically, from this Impact team who's behind it. But still, I mean, it goes so far beyond this whole Josh Duggar thing. I know we talk about him a lot, and I think it's ridiculous, but I just want to like, just get it out there that this goes so far beyond that. I mean,
right.
I mean, and
also like hurting, like, you know, we should take the scandal outside of sex and make it so it's not so scandalous. It's just sex, people. But this poor woman, I mean, obviously she didn't know that her husband was on this website, which makes him seem even more sleazy than he did before. And the hypocrisy with him is just off the charts.
And he's said it himself. He's come out and
said it himself. He's a low life dog, right? Yeah. Anyway, we'd love to know what you think about Anna Duggar's brother getting on Facebook, calling Josh Duggar a pig, vowing to get him out of the fold. Also about what my colleague said here, that people are actually killing themselves because of this leak. Log on, post your comments below about Ashley Madison and the Duggar clan. While you're at it, be sure to check out the rest of our channel. And of course, subscribe to the Lib TV for more.